Good afternoon, wherever you're watching this. If you're watching this, how are we all today? It's Friday now, about a week or so ago since this race was run. But here we are with the Pro 3 boys. I'm just going to check my stream, make sure the volume's going through okay. YouTube has been doing some very weird things the last week or so. So yes. And is anything coming up on my channel? Yep, saying it's live. So I'm just going to check my audio levels. Yep, it's all good. All good. Right then. Sorry about that. Just adjusting my microphone. There we go. Right. So, race 5, here we go. Let's go through the options, get everything set up, and then we'll run you through the field as we always do. Starting in pole position. Oh, no, not race photos. Not race photos. Come on, let's go back. Go back to, here we go. In pole position, we have Peter Mister in an GTR on Racing Supersofts. We have Mark in his Scooby on Racing Supersofts in second. These two are the class of the field at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two finish the season. Who's going to finish first and second? I need to check the standings before after these two races. This Suzuka and Monza. Strumac, I think that's his highest qualifying position. It's up here in third on Racing Supersofts in his Audi, but probably the reason he's up here in third is because the Audi is a great car for this circuit. It's very quick. Grim back here in fourth in his Honda. Crazy back here in his Subaru in fifth. Tired Flea in a Megane back here in sixth. Quinn in a Subaru back here in seventh. Nick Matt in a Megane in eighth. DJ in his Porsche in ninth. Syke Evans, God, it's a big field. Syke Evans in his Mitzi back here in 10th. Was he in the last race? Syke Evans in the last race? Don't remember. Oh, Pit Dog's back. Pit Dog's back. Back here in 11th with his playmate, the Evil Cat. How good is that? The dog and the cat playing together back at the back of the grid here. So that's it. 12 runners. I would say runners and riders if we're Grand National. I have no idea who wins this. This is going to be a journey of discovery for us all. I'm really not sure where to start. Let's go up to the front. Front drivers, up to the front. Here we are. Let's go on board with, I think the Subaru's going to get, Mark might get the jump on Peter going into turn 1. And the green lights are on. Oh, it's a fantastic start there by the Subaru driver. He's going to cleanly get into first place by turn 1. So turn 1 is another circuit here, which I just wish we could have a camera at turn 1, because there's always going to be shenanigans going on. But so far, so good. Going through the field here, as you can see, everyone's cleanly through. Oh, yeah, there's a spinner back here. Who was that who got sideways? That was Evil Cat, got it sideways, gained 4 places. Going through the field, so yeah, no, well done, Pro M3 boys, you're all through the field. So we go back up front there, and Mark, Subaru's just like lightning off the start line. I've tried a Subaru in my league, and it is just fantastic. You can just welly it, full throttle, and just dump the brake, and it shoots off the line. So here we go, coming under the bridge. Up to the first hairpin, and the boys will line astern, going very well. There's a bit of a gap already developing between the first 7 drivers, and then we're back here to Syke, Evil, Pit, DJ. Oh, and Nick Matt having a fight coming into the hairpin. He manages to get that Porsche underneath Nick Matt. So there we go, everyone's through. So back up to the top, and this is where the GTR is going to. Oh, look at that move by Peter Mister. He kind of block pass, which takes them both off a little bit, slows them both up, but it was actually fair. Oh no, it was a touch there by Mark. That wasn't so fair, which has just spun Pete off in big time. Let's go back and look at that again. So, in the comments section, do you think anything's particularly right or wrong? I think that's a clean pass, a bit of a block pass. Oh, it does bundle him. No, I'm not sure about that one. And then I think Mark just does the same back to Pete, but Pete gets it, is on the receiving end of that and smashes into the barriers. Oh, I hope he's alright in that car. He's got massive damage at the back there though, as the rest of the field stream through. So controversy here in Pro-Am 3. One of the pre-race favourites is dropping all the way back. How far is he going to go in that battered GTR? Is he going to hang on to 10th? Yep, he stayed in 10th, but someone else has just fallen off there. Stewie Mac's fallen off. So yeah, Peter Mac. Sorry, not Peter Mac. Go crazy, he's got into it. So where's Mark gone? Oh right, so Mark might have tried to do the right thing, or has he done the wrong thing? So he's gone slowly there. So Crazy's got into it. Crazy's up now to first place. Mark seems to be he's still going for it. Difficult to tell what's going on here. He's now dropped back to third place. Didn't really fight Quinn going up the inside. He's not really fighting these, but I think he's waiting. Mark looks like he's waiting to see where Peter Mister's gone. Yeah, he's definitely waiting. There we go. He's pulled right up. In the meantime, I missed that there. Grim had a right battle coming into the Casino Triangle. That's the name of that top chicane. He's got up to third. So the race has been turned on its head due to an incident, lap 1, between the two favourites of the circuit, RS Mark and Peter Mister, which is this going to allow one of the other drivers of this league to get a race win? And at the moment, Crazy's certainly doing his bit. He's going through the S's. He's pulled out quite a vast lead already over Tired Flea. Going to give these other boys a bit of time in the spotlight now up front. Well, Tired Flea's a quick driver. He was doing very well in the first race, wasn't he? So yeah, I'm not sure if the stewards got involved in that incident or not. We'll have to find out. Just checking my audio levels. Just bear with me a second again. Hang on. Yep, no, all's good, and we've got a long time there looking at Tired Flea in second place. So anyway, right, we'll run through the field as we are now. Coming up to Spoon for lap 2, we have Crazy in his Subaru. He's pulled out, I'd say about 2-3 second lead. Over Tired Flea, who's been harassed there by Grim. Grim has been improving over the season, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that Welshman get a podium in this race. He's now got the chance to do so with Mark and Peter Mister behind him. Saying that though, Peter Mister is already back up to 6. Right, so anyway, we'll go through the field. Oh, we shall if I get a chance, because Grim's looking up the inside there of Flea, but doesn't make it stick through 130R. So 1, 2, 3 now. 4 is RS Mark. He's got it back together now, up into 4th place. Drop back a little bit. Quinn drop back a little bit because I'm pretty sure Mark got through. Sorry, he got past Mark. The Peter Mister is back up to 6th place already, carving his way through the field. DJ's up to 7th. Stewie Mac's dropped down to 8th. Nick Matt's up to 9th. Pit Dog is still playing with the Evil Cat back here in 10th and 11th. And Syke Evans in his Mitzi, the tyre chewing Mitzi, is back here in 12th, so I think he's obviously had an incident. So, on board now with Crazy, going through the S's, looking through his rear windscreen, just done a purple sector time. Oh, he's drifted it very wide then. I thought he was going to bin it then. Tired Flea, still got a bit of a gap between him and Grim. Let's go on board with Grim. See if he can catch. We'll go on board with Grim up towards about where the hairpin is to see if he can make a move on the McGann in front. Nice tidy line there by Grim. As you can see, Flea drifted wide. So Honda If he's close enough at the hairpin, he might have a overtaking chance going into the spoon. I don't think he's really close enough just here, because that McGann's got very good quick acceleration. Yep, there we go. So back here in fourth. We've got a battered looking Quinn. Oh! So Mark's gone back to 6. I've missed that. Let's go back. Mark was... What's happened to Mark? Oh, here we go. Is it turn 1? Yes, it's turn 1. Mark bins it well, not big time, but he bins it. Turn 1 is desperately trying to get back onto the black stuff. Spins it round. Just misses Quinn and Peter Mister. Regains back in 6th place. So we now go up here with Peter Mister as we go through back to roughly where we are. So Peter Mister, who dropped all the way back to 10th place, has now regained his composure and is now on the tailpipes of the guy in 4th, with Mark, his biggest rival, now behind him. In 5th, pretty sure these boys, Peter Mister is going to make a move on the Subaru. Here we are on board with Peter Mister. Going into spoon. This is what I thought Grim was going to do to Flea a second ago. Nice smooth driving there by Peter. Oh, it's Quinn squeezing him, but unfortunately there's too much of the GTR past. Late on the braking goes Peter Mister, but cleanly through, giving Quinn space if he was still there. But has Quinn now got a drag up the hill? Now the GTR's pulling away. In the meantime, I can see, yeah, here we go. Grim has got the run on tired Flea coming into 130R. So Grim's up to 2nd place. Oh, he's cut too much of the inside curve. He was obviously trying to avoid. Let's look at that again. I think he was just trying to give Flea space, but he's already passed. So I'm not sure what. Yeah, he's just got that wrong. He was well in front of Flea. So is he going to scrub that penalty off? It's a shame it's not showing me the penalty from the Flea's point of view. Yeah, I think Flea, you might need to get out of the way, because I think Grimm's might wanted to put his brakes on, but if you're right up his tailpipes, he's not going to get the chance. Well, we'll see how that pans out. See where Grimm, he's obviously, if Grimm gives that penalty up, he's obviously going to lose his spot to Tyre Flea. In the meantime, Peter Mister is now ahead of Quinn, and he's now got a run at going up to the podium position of Tyre Flea ahead. Quinn's having a good race for him in the Subaru. It's a strong part of the circuit here for the Subaru with the races. Mark's gathered himself back in 6th. Stewie Max not making much progress, even though he was 3rd on the grid. I'm surprised he's back here still. He's obviously got the pace. He's not putting it together on track at the moment. DJ's caught up to Stewie Mac. Pit Dog's still playing with a whole bunch of people now. Nick Matt's got through the field. Evocat's there, and Syke Evans is just a bit off the pace. So we're going through the field now. See what kind of lap times these boys are doing. So on board with Crazy coming up to Spoon. Crazy's done a 2:09 dead almost. It's his fastest lap. Tired Flea is now. Ooh, it's cool. What's happened? What's happened to Grim? What's happened to Grim? What's happened here? Oh, Grim's got it. Oh no! Ignominy upon ignominy. He's trying to scrub his penalty off. Under braking. Oh, and now he's just bashed Quinn for the fun of it as well. Trying to scrub his braking off. Gets on the white stuff. Gets it wrong under heavy braking. Getting rid of his penalty. And bins it into the kitty litter. So Grim. Oh, the Welshman will be cursing into his pot noodles and leeks tonight. He might have to put some Shirley Bassey on to cheer himself up after that one. We'll go down to Rugby Club with some close harmony singing. Cheer himself up after binning it from the 3rd place. Oh dear Quinn. So, in the meantime, Crazy still manfully, carefully is out in front, but quite a way at the moment now. He's gone through the Casino. Oh, what's it called? Casino Triangle. Down the start finish right there. Tired Flea. There's Tired Flea in second place. Can just about see Crazy down the road up there. He's now got the very quick Peter Mister bearing down on that McGann. Mark, there's big gaps now between everyone. Mark's up to 4th. Quinn's dropped back to 5th. Quinn has now had an incident. What's happened to Quinn? Oh no, he was there anyway, so I do apologise, Quinn. So here we go, back down to 5th. Big gap, there's a gap now between him and Grim. Coming down the start-finish straight. Here comes Stewie Mac. Let's have some glory shots. Some of these lower place drivers. DJ 8th. Everyone's properly strung out now. Look at this. Nick Matt 9th. Pit Dog 10th. Evil Cat. Dog and Cat still playing with each other. 10th, 11th. And here comes Syke Evans. So while we just have a quick momentary pause, I'm just going to have a drinks break. Okay, and we're back. Right then, 10 minutes in, third of the race gone. About another lap or so and be into the pit window area. What's going? Oh, I thought Evil Cat was going very slow then. Seems to have got something wrong there. Did Evil Cat bin it? Yes, he did. Cat was in the kitty litter. I've been wanting to say that all race and I finally got to do it. Sorry, Evil. Oh, I'll make myself laugh at the stupidest of jokes, don't I? So, let's go through the field. Crazy. Could this be Crazy's? I don't want to tempt fate or anything here, but could this be Crazy's first win of the season? I don't think he's won. I think it's generally just been the Peter Mister, Mark or Tired Flea show. I'm not even sure Tired Flea's won actually. Oh, he's pushing very hard there, is Crazy. Got it very wide at the exit of Spoon. It was very close to, and that was very close to spinning up the rear wheels on the white lines, but he's 1.5 seconds off his normal pace, so he's, for want of another way of putting it, he is cruising. Peter Mister though, he has finally got past Tired Flea. Where did that happen? Side by side coming into Spoon. He's got a great run through from the hairpin. There he goes. He's gone from 10th now through the field back up to 2nd. Great drive there by Pete. He's got past the McGann. He's surely going to pull away from the McGann even with the slipstream going up the hill to 130R. Yeah, pulling away. As you said, the power of the GTR is just a little bit, to be honest, I'd say a little bit OP compared to some of the other cars. But no, he's cleanly got 2nd place, so Pete's back up into 2nd. Flea, Gas Monkey sponsored McGann there is in 3rd. Mark back here in 4th. Quinn 5th. Grim 6th. Stewie Mac looks like he might be getting a bit of closing the gap a little bit now on Grim. His tyres, yeah, as you can see, the front tyres of that Audi with 11 minutes in, and he's already probably thinking, oh crumbs, a pit stop. But as you can see, look, there's massive gaps now for the rest of the field. Here's DJ. He's got up to 8th in his Porsche. Nick Matt's got lost the dog and a cat. In 9th, there's Pit Dog in 10th. Evans has got up to 11th, so Evil Cat has obviously, I think, binned it somewhere else as well then. So Cat was in the kitty litter yet again. So, yeah, what to talk about? There's not, everyone's strung out. We'll just carry on with the race lead and just sort of keep an eye on the map up there at the top right, just to see if anyone catches up. I can see Pete Mister has already pulled out a bit of a gap coming into the hairpin. There he goes. You can see the race leader in sight now. What's his tyre wear like? Oh, look at that, the GTR, it's got it all. It's got 4-wheel drive, it's got great power, and it's not really chewing the tyres compared to the other cars. It's good choice of car. You can see the map at the top right there. Literally 12 drivers strung out. We've got the lead driver, Crazy, who's coming up the hill now towards 130R, where the last driver is just approaching the hairpin now. So it's about near enough third of the track ahead after 12 minutes. No, oh, Pete's got that horribly wrong. Pushing very hard there. The four-wheel drive has helped him doing a bit of off-road around the outside. I definitely think he's gaining. So here we go, Crazy's time. Crazy's doing consistent 210s. And he's got a penalty as well. Where did he get the penalty from? I'm guessing the top chicane. So he's going to have to scrub that off somewhere. Whereas Pete here is doing... Oh, he's gone random times. 208s, 209s and 210s. Stewie Max into the pits. I thought he might be coming into the pits. Here he comes, his pit crew in their snot green livery, waiting for him. Looks like someone's got a bad cold in that pit team and snotted all over the crew. Poor them. So where's Stewie Mac going to file out? He's going to file out fairly long way ahead of Nick Matt and behind DJ. So let's go through the field again. Still not scrubbed that penalty off as Crazy. I'm not sure where he got it. Scrubbing it off at the moment on his own. Pete's now joining the party. He's definitely reeling in that guy, the driver in front. But also, to be fair, Tired Flea, he's not really, Pete's not lost Tired Flea. We're now halfway through the race. I'm gonna stick with the boys up front as we come round to the pit entry to see who comes into the pits. I have to be honest, but if you look here now, Mark is sort of in the middle of everyone, but Quinn's now being caught by Grim. Grim's was third. He's now fighting Quinn into Spoon. Oh, this could go wrong. But no, Mark's got the line. He goes through in a kind of block pass way, but he's given Quinn room. Quinn's now driven around the outside of the Honda, so it's now a straight drag race up the hill. Who's going to win? The Honda Power or the Subaru Power? Two Japanese cars, and with no toe from either of them. A side by side still going up to 130R. Oh, this is great stuff. Great stuff. Oh, it could go wrong, but it doesn't. Quinn's drifted wide, but he's still there. Oh, he's still got it on the inside of Casino Triangle. Cuts through, wipes the nose of Grim, and gets through. That was exciting, but I did want to go through to all of the pit stops. Quinn stayed out, so here we go with Mark. It's coming into the pits now as Peter's coming out. Typhoon's just coming out. They're all coming in. Sorry, they're flicking about. Oh, that's right. God, that was interesting. We are going to go back on board with Grim coming down here with Quinn. And you watch this, just as he's coming over to overtake, he's now got all these cars coming out the pit lane. Oh, disaster for Grim. He had an opportunity to overtake, but fair play to Flea. Flea was in the pit exit lane. There was nothing Grim could have do. He just, apart from, you could see him back out of that. Let's watch that again. That was great driving. You can see Flea is kind of like trying to stay out of the way. He doesn't really want to interfere with this coming down in. He's probably looking at his rearview mirror thinking, oh my lordy, where do I go? Poo everywhere. There's a Honda coming right up my tailpipes at about 100 miles an hour quicker than I'm going. But Flea manages to keep out the gang in front of these boys, and not and that was all good in the end, but well played Grim there. You could have you must have been, again, he's probably cursing into his pot noodle, smashing those leaks inside that cockpit of frustration. He had the opportunity there to get past Quinn, but he couldn't do it where he had a really good opportunity to undercut the driver into turn one. But he's definitely been held up now by Quinn. Oh, it's difficult to keep saying with Quinn and Grim, but Quinn's put it out wide, which is fine, and the pressure's told. And Quinn, who hasn't pitted, is now losing big time. He's binned it again. Oh, the pressure's got to him. He's lost another place to mark as well. Needs to pit. And I think, Grim needs to pit as well. So he's gonna lose his place to mark, obviously. So, in the meantime, Crazy, who's not pitted, is now... He's had a hideous last lap, a 2:13. Not sure what he's done wrong there. He's obviously gone wide somewhere. Has lost any advantage he's had of staying out. So he's surely going to come into the pits this lap. And when he does, if he does this lap, we'll go back to Pete. Yeah, here he goes into the pits. Here comes Crazy into the pits. So we go back with the second place driver, Pete, to see his view of when Crazy comes out that pits. Here he comes down the start-finish straight. When are we going to see the Subaru of Crazy? Grim's into the pits as well. Is the Subaru Crazy? There's a Subaru Crazy, and he's lost a lot of time now through the pit stops. He's that 2:13 lap has cost him the lead. 3 seconds. He still would have come out in front of Pete if he hadn't made a mistake somewhere. So Crazy's lost the lead for the time being anyway, but he has pitted later than Pete. But Pete's gone from 10th to 1st. Fantastic driver. He's just done a 2:06. A 2:06. Oh, that was a exit of a pit lap, wasn't it? Must have been. Anyway, so yeah, Pete's done a 2:06. We're now 19 minutes into the race. And we've run through, now everyone's sort of done their pit stops. We've run through the field as it's all shuffled through. So Pete back out in front of that GTR. He's being caught though ever so slightly by Crazy. He's probably got the bit between his teeth, and he's obviously got the better tyre wear to see if he can make any sort of dent on the lead of Pete in front of him. Flea has lost the tail ends of Pete in all of the pit stops that we've just had. Flea's in 3rd. Mark, who had an instant field lap 1 with Pete, got it back up to 4th. Is he pitted? Yeah, he's pitted. Stewie Mac, who pitted early, he's still got 10 minutes to go on those racing super softs. Stewie Mac's here in 5th. That might be his best position, I think, so far. Grim, after his pit stops, put him back here into 6th. I'm sure he's going to reel in Stewie Mac very soon as well. DJ's hanging on in front of Quinn. That's where Quinn's come out of his pit stop, behind DJ. It's going up the hill now to 130R. Can the Subaru get past the Porsche? Doesn't look like he can. The Porsche is holding on, even with the slipstream. The Subaru can't do much about it. Nick Matt's back here, 9th. Pit Dog, 10th. He's lost the Cat, who's in 11th. And Syke Evans back here in 12th. So we're still all together, we're still all with us. But here we are. Syke Evans just coming to the exit of Spoon, where the guys in front are going through the S's. Trying to find now where the nearest battles will be. While we're here, I'm going to have a quick drinks break. Yeah, I've just seen the lap time there. Crazy's lap time is a 2:06. His last lap time, which was at the exit of a pit lap. So yeah, that's why it's not registered as his fastest lap. But saying that though, Crazy's just done a 1/4 of a second lap faster than he's done before. He's definitely got the bit between his teeth. He's not really let that GTR escape, but can he do anything about it in the last 9 minutes? Can he get into the slipstream of that GTR in front and bring him up to having a battle for first place? Or is Pete going to make a mistake somewhere? I think Pete has gone wide once of his own accord, but he's been much more consistent over the lap times. I think he's just got to hold his nerve and he should be okay. So lap 10, run through the field one more time, 9 minutes to go. So yeah, he's only 0.1 off his fastest lap. He's really trying to pull away from Crazy, and I think he is as well, to be fair. Casino triangle, right, left, keep it cleans down through to the start finish straight. So here we go. Pete Master on lap now 11 is in the lead, just on his fastest lap. Yeah, I thought he was pushing. Just on his fastest lap at 2:08.965. Why is that not registered as his fastest lap? Don't get that. Anyway, so Pete's in first. Crazy's still thereabouts in second. I don't think he's got the pace to beat Pete. It just really needs to be a case of, if Pete makes a mistake, as long as Crazy's there or thereabouts, he might be able to nip in front. So still not done and dusted yet up for the top two. Flea has kind of like not really overtaken anyone much, I don't think. He's just trundled around but been very consistent, and he's still hanging on to third place. But he's got Mark. Was Mark second on the grid? Can't remember where Mark was on the grid, but Mark's a fast driver, we know that already. Mark may have an opportunity. Let's see how far away. Oh! Did I see Tyre Flea go very, very wide then? Let's go forward a bit more. Did Tyre Flea get it wrong then? Just as I say he's consistent, the commentator's curse, trundling around. It looked to me like Flea was just very wide through this corner here. Yeah, it gets braking late. Oh, he was nearly off. He was nearly off there, but he's certainly off here. He's got a bit of the kitty litter, slowed right up, misses a gear. He's going to lose. He's going to definitely lost some distance now between him and Mark. But saying that though, also it's not far now. He's done it again. Crazy's got another penalty. Where did Crazy get this penalty? So he's not got it here. Does he cut the corner coming up here? Yeah, far too much curb. So now Crazy's going to lose touch with... Oh, and he's gone wide. He's hit the kitty litter as well. Oh, disaster for Crazy. Just when I said he needs to keep it consistent, he's done anything but. He's got a penalty and he's binned it. So now that's just going to put him backwards towards Flea, who's now been caught by Mark. So we're going to have a good battle royale now for the top three. Grim, the quick drive is just a little bit too far away off at the moment, but it's still got 7 minutes. So it's possible we could have 2, 3, 4, 5 all battling at the latter stages of the race. Stewie Mac, third on the grid. He's not... 6 is good, but I'm surprised he's not really catching the guys up in front. Quinn's dropped all the way back to 7th. He's now on his own completely, just come out of the hairpin. Nick Matt's quite a way off. DJ's had quite a lot of fun in his Porsche. Oh, I thought he got it too late then. It sounds horrible. You know what? Even if the Porsche was the best car, I don't know if I could drive that disgusting noise for an entire season. It just sounds horrible. Porsches don't sound like that. It sounds like a wet fart going around, doesn't it? A constant wet fart noise. Anyway, so that's the Porsche of DJ in 9th. Pit Dog might be catching DJ up in front. Syke Evans has got up to 11th, but he's got the cat chasing him back here in 11th and 12th. So everyone's got something to entertain them, apart from the race leader now, who's definitely pulling away. He's up through the end of the S's, coming round that little kink. I'm never sure if you ever can just go flat out or not. Whenever I go through that little kink just to the back there, I come off the power and then always think, oh, maybe I should have stayed on it. But whenever I try and stay on it, I've been it. It's a strange old corner, that one. So into the hairpin now with 5 minutes to go. What's his tyre situation? As you can see, the GTR's great on tyres, which is, I'm shocked to be honest. I thought it'd be worse than that because it's a big heavy car. But maybe pretty sure Pete's on a wheel, which is making it smooth, which is helping his situation. Crazy has pulled away a little bit from Tired Flea, so Crazy's regathered himself. Oh, just as I say, he's regathered himself. Oh, he's properly binned it now. Oh, Pavel, disaster. Let's go on board and witness the witness Crazy losing it all by himself. Hits the green stuff, hits the bobbles, can't turn in, goes straight into the sand pit. Is now looking back desperately to see where Flea is. Oh, and Pavel's still not get out. Where's he gone? Why isn't it let me go to 4th place? There he goes. He properly binned it big time there. The wide going wide into Spoon. Oh, Crazy! What have you done? You've thrown away 2nd place. In the meantime, as I thought, Mark has caught right up to Tired Flea, coming up to Casino Triangle. Oh, big puff of smoke there from the McGann in front. Must be scrubbing his tyres off a little bit. Yeah, he's losing grip there on the front right. But then, to be honest, so's Mark. Mark hasn't got great grip either. So the battle royale I was hoping of, with Tired Flea, Mark, Crazy and Grim all together, has not quite panned out because Crazy's Crazy's binned it. But Mark here, certainly, as you can see, he's caught right up to Flea through the S's. These two cars will be evenly matched through the S's, I'm sure. But I get it, the Subaru's got more power, so maybe Mark won't be able to do much about it until maybe the 130R corner. See, look, the McGann's just starting to get a little bit of a distance between him and the Subaru driver behind him. The Subaru driver, Mark's doing all his best to keep up to the tailpipes of that McGann. Neatly through that right. He's not neat through there, misses the apex. As you can see, McGann's now pulling away. Trying to keep a look at the map, there's lots of dots all over the circuit. Gets a nice drive out there. Oh, he's power down. Now this is the part of the circuit I would expect the Subaru to start to catch up to the McGann a little bit. Oh, Flea's driving over the rumble, the rubber there. Here we go. Mark's another puff of smoke from the braking of the McGann. If Mark keeps this tidy, which he has, puts the power down, he's just a bit too far away. I thought he might have a chance to get Flea in the 130R, but he's not. Subaru's going to catch up to the tailpipes of that McGann just as we get to the entrance of 130R. He eases off there. Or is he going to try and undercut the McGann into the hairpin? So chicane, I should say. Oh, he thought about it, but he's not quite doing it. He's only got a minute and a half. This is going to be the last lap. Mark would desperately like to. Can he get into the close enough to make an effort into an attempt to overtake into turn 1? You can see the slipstreams are starting to take effect, but just as he's going to think about it, no, he backs off. Right, we'll come back to that in a minute. In the meantime, this will minute and a half. Well, a minute then, really, to be honest. This is probably going to be the last lap. So Pete's gone from 10th after his run-in with Mark, or he had a run-in with Mark. They both sort of had a run-in with each other. On lap 1, he's got back through the field from 10th and has got it up to 1st. There's been great driving here by GT driver. The rear end of that GTR is going to need work done after this race for Monza. But he's got it out in front, been consistently quick. The class of the field, Pete is going to come round for another win through the hairpin. Let's just quickly go back here. Oh, you can see in the background there. Oh, disaster. What's happened here? Just when I was about to say nothing much is happening, Mark's pushed too hard. Spins it up there, stays on the power and bins it into the sandpit again. Oh, Crazy's got back up to 3rd. Oh, Mark's got it wrong again. He's lost his place to Grim as well. Oh, Mark's gone from 3rd back to 5th. Far enough away that he's not going to lose 5th to Stewie Mac. But now he's got it horribly wrong. Oh, that's why. Look at the tyre wear on that Subaru front right. So let's run through the field then. Coming through with 2 seconds. 30 minutes are up. This is the last lap. On board with Pete. He's just got to get his car through 130R and the casino triangle for the last time. And saying that, he manages to get it wrong. Very wide there from Pete. Missed his braking point completely. He's lucky he didn't bin it and had tyres for the win. But here he comes. He's still pushing hard and nearly off the track. Comes Pete Mister for a race win at Suzuka for the GTR driver. Flea has kept it together and is going to come back here in second. Crazy caught right up in the end to the tired Flea, but Flea's second. Crazy's third for the podiums. Grim's fourth. Mark, who's had an interesting race, is going to finish fifth. Stewie Mac coming around to the start-finish straight now is going to finish sixth. Nice consistent driving for him. Quinn is going to finish seventh. Crosses the line now. He's kept it ahead of Nick Matt, who's had a quiet race for him back here in eighth. DJ in the wet fart sounding. It just sounds like the cylinders aren't firing as well, doesn't it? It sounds like a battered car rather than a finely tuned racing machine. You know, it sounds like a hole in the exhaust and everything. It just sounds horrible. DJ is going to finish ninth. Nice livery though, DJ. Pit Dog has beaten the cat. Is going to finish in 10th. Syke Evans for Team Jack Daniels. Go Jack Daniels in his Mitzi. Let's have a look at his tyre wear. No, it's not too bad. He's going to finish in 11th place. He's not too far ahead. I can hear him. The cat is not far behind. But here comes the Mitzi of Syke Evans in 11th. And bringing up the rear comes Evil Cat for 12th place. So there we have it, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll be shortly doing commentary for Monza. So see you again soon. Take it easy and see you next time.